Heightening Awareness. If you want to understand the subtle mysteries of the Tao, you must first abandon non-virtuous ways, dissolve your ties to materialism, and not let desire control your life. Next, still your thoughts and relax your body. Slow down mental activity until thoughts cease. With the continued practice of stilling thoughts, you will feel inner peace and harmony. Those who wish to cultivate the Tao must tame the wayward mind and not be led astray by desire, but they should also not let fixed habits bury the natural way. They need to dissolve mental activity and dwell in stillness, but they should not be attached to emptiness or be obsessive about their practice. Let the natural openness of consciousness emerge and expand. Emptiness without brightness will only stifle the natural way. No matter what happens in the world around you, you must not be dragged toward those matters. Regardless of whether your practice environment is noisy or quiet, you must abide in stillness. If you are impatient and try to speed up your progress in cultivating the Tao, you can become mentally unstable or even sustain internal injuries. The negative consequences of mispractice can burn you up inside and block the flow of life force within. If you become aware that you are getting dogmatic in your practice, you need to let go, and you may even need to shorten your practice session. Let consciousness settle naturally into stillness. Let thoughts dissolve without force. Be familiar with the arising of various emotions, identify them, and tune into their conditions of arising. When your awareness is tuned into the coming and going of emotions, the stirring of feelings will naturally disappear. Most important, you need to abandon feelings of self-pity when the environment seems obstructive. You also need to abandon the feelings of luck or fortune when your environment is supportive. This is what is meant by settling into natural stillness. Don't use the excuse of wanting to escape from anxiety and worry to embrace stillness. You should never want or desire to be still. Stillness is the absence of thoughts. Once thoughts are extinguished, you will naturally be still. Once natural stillness settles within, the natural brightness of wisdom will shine. Do not be impatient with results, and do not be attached to notions of progress or improvement. This will only generate obstacles. Settling into natural stillness cannot be rushed, nor can it be made to happen. It must emerge naturally. Once natural stillness emerges, it must settle deep within. Once wisdom emerges, you must not use it to scheme. Wisdom cannot be used. It can only be what it naturally is. To use wisdom is to lose it. If you are able to let wisdom emerge, settle, and rest naturally within, the barriers you have constructed between you and the Tao will disappear. To realize the Tao within, practitioners need to cultivate spirit and body simultaneously. To cultivate the spirit, which is the original nature of emptiness, you need to journey through 5 stages. To cultivate the body, which is the container of the life force, you need to go through 7 steps. In the first of the 5 stages of cultivating the spirit, you encounter stray thoughts and find it difficult to enter stillness. You are generally preoccupied with a lot of things about the world, yourself, and others. Periods of stillness are short compared to periods of busy mental activity. In the second stage, stillness is less alien to you, and you are able to be comfortable with it as a companion. In this stage, wayward thoughts decrease and periods of stillness increase. In the third stage, periods of stillness begin to be longer than periods of mental activity. Stray thoughts are dissolved. Preoccupation with affairs that affect you personally appears in your thoughts only occasionally. This is a sign that the wayward consciousness has been dissolved and that conceptualizing activity is beginning to take a back seat. However, complete stillness still eludes you. In the fourth stage of cultivating the spirit, discursiveness is no longer an issue if there are no distractions. However, if emergencies occur in your life, stillness immediately gives way to worry and anxiety. This is a sign that stillness has not taken a firm seat in your practice. In the fifth and final stage, the spirit is no longer separate from the Tao. Regardless of what is happening in your life, your center of stillness is not shaken. The spirit is now bright and clear, and will no longer be tainted with dimness. In the first of the 7 steps of cultivating the body, your body learns to relax and can support consciousness entering stillness. The body no longer feels uncomfortable staying in a sitting posture. In the second step, internal energy begins to circulate without hindrance, and physical and internal injuries are healed. The body now feels good and healthy. In the third step, the three internal energies, generative, Jing, vital, Qi, and spirit, Shen, reach healthy levels and penetrate the bones, the meridians, the internal organs, and the dantians. You are storing more energy than you are expending. Your complexion and appearance begin to take on a youthful appearance. In the fourth step of cultivating the body, your lifespan is lengthened and you begin to live as an earth immortal. In the fifth step, the internal energies return to their pristine form. No toxins remain in the body, and the transmutation of the three energies occurs effortlessly and naturally. At this stage, you have become a realized being. In the sixth step, the spirit energy can exit and re-enter your body at will and travel to other realms. With this, you become omniscient, your actions affecting events throughout space and time. At this stage, you are a spirit being. In the seventh and final step, the spirit is refined so that it merges with the Tao. You age with the sun and the moon, wander among the stars, rise and ebb with the natural cycles of yin and yang, and move with the elements and the seasons. You have become a sky immortal. Those who cultivate the Tao need to traverse the 5 stages of developing the bright and clear spirit and the 7 steps of refining the primal life force. If you progress too fast in cultivating the spirit, the foundations of each stage will not be stable, and you will fall back to the initial stage easily. If you progress too slowly, your discipline must be strengthened. If you develop too fast in cultivating the body, you run the risk of being tempted to use internal energy to feed the ego, which can lead to enhanced aggression and internal bodily injuries. If you develop too slowly, you are still taxing your body beyond its limits, not allowing it to rest properly, or being too lazy in keeping up with your Qigong practices. Knowing the 5 stages and 7 steps of cultivating the Tao are key to developing heightened internal awareness. This heightened awareness is important in helping you to monitor your development and in finding appropriate help from adepts to guide your training, if necessary.